Welcome. Come on in. It's Thursday and it's happy hour. Home happy hour to be exact. So grab a drink and let's get started. Hi everybody, it's Claire Paris with the Paris Group Realty, LLC in Portland, Oregon. And today we're talking about what is a weatherized home. So most people, when you think of weatherization, you think of taking care of the faucets outside, right? So they don't freeze. That is literally the definition of weatherization. But in my industry, when people talk about a weatherized home, it's typically going to be a home that was foreclosed on, that's bank owned, where they don't want to pay for heat. And so because they don't want to pay for heat, they pump antifreeze into all of the water lines. So if you went to turn on the water and out would come antifreeze, not water. It's actually a pretty complicated process. So they drain the hot water heater, they pump antifreeze throughout the water supply lines so that they can keep it cold as cold could be in there and none of the pipes freeze. So if you're looking at buying a foreclosed on home, which there really aren't that many in our market, but maybe someday in the future there will be, there's typically antifreeze in the water lines, so you can't test the water lines to see if they're leaking. You can pay to have the weatherization taken back, but then you have to re-winterize it because the bank doesn't want to pay for heat again. So it can be a little bit more expensive. It makes buying a foreclosed home more expensive. And it makes it a little more complicated because obviously the hot water heater hasn't been running. So you fill it with water and let it run for a little while, but it's hard to say whether it's actually going to be, in good working order. On the flip side, if you're just talking about normal weatherization, the things you should do in the winter, we have all kinds of videos about this, about covering your exterior faucets or putting that saran wrap fun stuff on your windows to just keep it a little bit warmer so you're not burning through your utility costs like you normally would. So check out those videos. Love to give you some pointers on all of that easy stuff. And of course, I really appreciate you tuning in, and we'll see you next week. Take care.